this is something I've thought about doing for a while. All of us should have a list of where the MCU ranks in our opinions. We're not going to go through list by list entry like we normally do with like a top 10 list, but instead, to Matt's credit idea, we have some tiers. We have tiers that are almost like A, B, C, and D, but instead they are kind of tied to the MCU. Matt, do you want to kind of give your explanations there?
Sure. So starting at the top, as most things should, we've got the Infinity Stone tier. These are, best of the best. Unfortunately, I do not have 6. That would have been too perfect. Kind of botched that. And then next are the Vibranium tier movies. So these are definitely like sort of a step below, maybe not quite as exciting or not quite as emotional, or just for whatever reason doesn't quite connect to you the same way the Infinity Stone tier does. Next is the Gold Titanium Alloy tier. Shouts to Iron Man 1. And these are movies like, they're all Marvel movies, so they're all going to be super solid, but these are ones that, definitely have a few more shortcomings than the ones above, but are, definitely still super solid. And then the bottom is the Mark 1 tier. So these are ones that I think when Logan first pitched, he had this as kind of like the forgettable. Maybe there's just stuff in there that's just not quite as good, or it's just, a little bit too early. They don't quite have the characters dialed in. That's kind of what the main stuff that I put in that tier, or just movies that, they happened and you've not thought about them since you watched them in the theater. So
sure.
Yeah,
sure. Well said. So what we'll do is we normally go person by person to dive into each of our list entries, but since there's so many, what we'll do is we'll start at the bottom at the Mark 1, the forgettable movies, and we'll work our way up. So I'll say all of mine. Not really any discussion needed unless somebody puts something somewhere that's really surprising to the others.
Completely flipped, yeah.
Yeah, if somebody wants to defend where they've put a certain something, they can, but if not, then we'll just move right along.
Sure.
So I will start us out at Mark 1, which references also Iron Man 1 with the very first Iron Man suit that he puts on, just barely enough to be able to escape the cave.
Right, yeah.
So here we go. These are in no particular order in the category. They're just the ones I grouped in here. I've got Thor: The Dark World, which is, in my opinion, the worst of the MCU movies.
Yep.
We've got Thor 1, Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Doctor Strange, and the Incredible Hulk.
Okay. Do it, Tanner.
Strange?
You seem appalled by my Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I haven't seen Doctor Strange since the theater, and I've never thought about it. Never have thought about. I've thought about watching it recently, mainly because Doctor Strange 2 is coming in the next 6 months to a year. But other than that, I don't think about it much. I think Doctor Strange is awesome in these big team up movies, but I never think about his solo movie.
Yeah. So it's in the same tier as this one, so not to jump the gun, but I see it as kind of they learned how to do an origin movie really well by this point. So at this point, it's basically, I see Doctor Strange like an upgraded Iron Man 1. That's just my opinion.
Cool. So Tanner, go ahead with your bottom tier movies.
We've got Thor, The Dark World, and the Incredible Hulk, and that's it.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've got a lot less in that tier.
Cool. So in my Mark 1, I think the only two that make it for all of us are the Incredible Hulk and Thor: The Dark World. Additionally, I have Iron Man 3, Guardians 2, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I think I don't think I've seen any of them twice. Maybe Iron Man 3, but that one of my friends is watching through them for the first time, and his criticism of that one that I can't forget is this one was clearly put out around Christmas time, and they were trying to make it into a Christmas movie.
Looking at my list, I have not seen any of these more than once except for the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Moving up to the Gold Titanium Alloy, I have only 3 in here. I've got Ant-Man, Iron Man 3, and Iron Man 2.
Okay.
So I like Iron Man 3 a little more than a lot of people do, mainly because I think about basically just that end battle with all of the suits coming together, like flying in. It's like goosebumps.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, there's not much to get excited about here. A lot of people were pissed about the Mandarin decision that they made, making him a dud, which I think you're making up for.
2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
No. 2 is that whippy guy. The guy with the lips.
Hammer. Yeah. Okay.
Or Whiplash or
yes.
Also Hammer, Justin Hammer. Yeah.
Also rumored to be a Thunderbolt is Justin Hammer.
There we go.
Love to see what's his name, Sam Rockwell, make a return.
Yeah.
Tanner, what you got in your gold titanium alloy section?
I've got Ant-Man and the Wasp, Iron Man 2, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and Captain Marvel.
That is a hot take, my friend. At least in my eyes, I love the Age of Ultron.
I think it's fine.
After WandaVision, I rewatched Ultron for the first time, and it really I liked it a lot more than I remember.
Watch it again.
You should watch it again, especially after WandaVision now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So in my gold titanium alloy tier, I've got Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Thor, Spider-Man Homecoming, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Black Widow.
Mel, boy, you've got a lot in that one. Iron Man 1.
It's so slow, man.
Spider-Man?
It's the one that started it all.
Yeah, but it's so slow.
Damn, you are right. It is. That first 45 minutes is just cave.
Yeah.
Spider-Man?
Those were the ones I was a bit iffy on, but I think I've only seen them twice. Once in theaters and once at home.
Man.
I have a bias with Spidey, though.
Why?
Because I love it.
Where would the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films rank in this section for you guys? Or in this segment?
2, 1, 3, 2 in Infinity Stones, 1 in Vibranium, 3 below Mark 1.
I agree.
I would put the same order, 2, 1, 3. I think that's the order.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For my Vibranium section, I will put the Avengers, the original.
Ooh, that's kind of a hot take.
Yeah, it is. Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Black Panther. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, season 1. Spider-Man Far From Home. Captain America, the First Avenger, and Black Widow.
Okay.
I really enjoyed myself in Black Widow.
Yeah.
Tanner, what do you have for your second, unless anybody has anything to challenge, except for that Avengers ranking is a hot take.
It is.
That is, yeah.
I was thinking about it this morning when I was putting this together, and I thought to myself, the original Avengers is great, but how many times when I think about to go rewatch a Marvel movie do I think about rewatching the OG?
No.
That it is also very slow.
Yes, very slow.
Yes.
So, Tanner, go ahead.
All right, so I got Spider-Man Far From Home,
Okay.
Iron Man 3, Captain America, The Winter Soldier.
Oh.
Yeah. Captain America Civil War,
Ooh.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians 2, Ant-Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Black Widow, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Dude, you just loaded that tier up.
Hold on.
They're not,
dude.
I mean,
they're
all not masterpieces.
Hold on. You put
Civil War? Yes,
Civil War on the
And-
same level as Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Ooh. Now that I think about it. Wait a minute. I gotta.
You're not just complimenting
No.
Ant-Man and the Wasp there.
Things.
You are destroying Civil War there.
If you put that's
Bro,
not right.
Civil War is an A-list movie.
Take a
for
lap,
me.
buddy.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Take a lap.
Go run polls.
It's okay. You can update your
I
list.
do need to change
You can
it now.
update it when Loki comes back, because
Hit
I'm
a
thinking
notes app apology.
every single time we get a installment in the MCU, we will revisit this list and just talk about where that new installment rests.
Yeah, now I'm looking at my masterpieces and I'm like,
Are your masterpieces controversial?
they can be.
I don't think they are. I think we all have a few, like at least 4 of the same movies in there. But
Well,
Matt,
you kind
go
of threw a
ahead.
wrench in that number with 2 of Captain America's in the Vibranium.
Wait, Matt, before you go, can you read those to me one more time?
Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Okay.
Iron Man 3. Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
That's another one. Okay, go ahead.
Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians 2, Ant-Man.
Oh, that's it. Guardians 2? Are you shitting me?
Like,
Bro.
I have not thought a word about it. Its soundtrack is probably arguably better than Guardians 1, but I just do not play it just because I have no attachment to the movie.
The only thing that I think of when I think about Guardians 2, and no offense if you truly love Guardians 2, but I think of Kurt Russell and how cool he was. But other than that, bro, like I don't think of Guardians 2 ever. If Guardians 3 is anything like Guardians 2, I'm out on James Gunn. I'll say it. I'll say it.
Out on James Gunn.
You know what else would be fun? Is now that the DC universe is ramping up, maybe putting all of our DC movies in a tier ranker like this for when Suicide Squad comes out.
And then at the very bottom, I can put Batman
versus Superman
in the Kryptonite tier.
Oh, this will be fun. Okay, Matt, go ahead with your Vibraniums.
Yep, I got Captain America, the First Avenger, Guardians, Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, WandaVision, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
You really enjoyed Captain Marvel.
I did. I think the fish out of water story that they told was, again, sort of drawing back to the comparison between Doctor Strange and Iron Man 1. I think they learned a lot from Thor about how to make like an effective one. I think it was cool getting Sam Jackson and a lot of like the Skrull sort of set up with that. So yeah, I really did enjoy it. I think maybe I have also only seen that one once. I've seen a lot of these only once is what I'm learning by doing this list, but this stuck with me better than a lot of the others.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of these only once as well. So maybe I do need to go back, and there's a few ones that me and Catherine missed when we did a rewatch, kind of because I honestly was just like, we could skip that one.
Yeah. But
like one of them was Ant-Man, Ant-Man 2, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel. So maybe we'll go back and maybe I'll, when we revisit this, I'm sure by Shang-Chi, I'll have rewatched a few of them by then. Yep. Maybe the list will be switched around, and that's the beautiful part too, is that we can move this around when we feel like it too.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead with my Infinity Stones. I unfortunately don't have 6 as well, but I've got again in no particular order: WandaVision season 1, Avengers: Age of Ultron, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Iron Man, Avengers: Infinity War, Avengers: Endgame, and my favorite MCU movie, Captain America: Civil War.
It is a great
movie.
I love that one so much.
I have no problems with that tier.
Same here.
Tanner, what you got for your Infinity Stones?
All 3 Avengers. Captain America, the First Avenger, Iron Man, Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming, and WandaVision.
Okay.
All 3 Avengers, meaning
all of them.
All of them except for
all 4. My bad.
I thought about Age of
Ultron. No. All
except for Ultron.
Yeah, all except for Ultron.
I can't believe that, dude. James, you know what has aged so well is James Spader as Ultron. It's a great villain.
Good. Yeah,
really good.
Matt, go ahead.
Yep. So I have Avengers, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Black Panther, Ragnarok, Infinity War, and Endgame.
Yeah, all solid lists. I struggled with Black Panther and Thor Ragnarok not being in the top. Black Panther might go up to Infinity Stones because Black Panther is really awesome.
Yeah. The way I thought of it, I think that is the best. If someone says, I want to watch a Marvel movie, but I don't necessarily want to watch them all, I would say watch Black Panther.
You know what? I think Black Panther might get that slot, actually, because that movie is real good. Because I love Thor Ragnarok too, but I think Black Panther is more rewatchable.
Yes.
Than Thor Ragnarok is, even though Thor Ragnarok is hilarious and is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Thor Ragnarok, I would like that template to be applied to basically all Marvel movies going forward, where you kind of have a single character's story, but then sort of like a random like randomly Hulk is there for really no reason. Well, not no reason, but you know what I mean. I think that that's like a really unique use of just like their different the different like storylines and stuff. So I think that that's how I want. I put that there because it's like that's what I want the movies to be going forward, to be really awesome, to be really funny, really unique, but still have a lot of heart, and kind of sort of reflects back on the characters and makes them sort of like think about what they've done, because they've done good and bad things. They just need to be reflective of that.
Sure. So, folks, as I've stated 15 times already, when a new film or series wraps up, we will throw it in. I'm not sure if we throw What If in because it's not integral to the timeline. But
we can put that in our What If tier.
True. Or we could just put it in like an animated show tier.
Or
something.
True.
Maybe it just goes in its own category, but at that point, why rank it if it's just going in its own tier? So we'll see. We will reassess when appropriate.